Hello investor, hopefully you are having a wonderful time. In today's video I will cover this electronic vehicle. The company is NIO and the ticker name is NIO as well, NIO. And myself is Pramod Kumar. I am a CFA charter holder and FRM certified. In today's video the agenda is quite heavy and is based on the second quarter of 2020 financial results, right, which NIO has published, right, as you can see on August 11, 2020. Based on this data, what then I'll try to do is I'll try to predict the NIO 2025 the price, right? So this is what I'm trying to achieve, right? But not not only that, but we'll also look into this quarterly statement, see what is NIO's Q2 financials, right? Highlights some of their margin and what's their CFO and CEO is highlighting regarding the vehicle sales. So based on all this data, I will try to predict its price, and then we'll see some of its debt and asset structure and how the company is doing in terms of this short-term liquidity perspective. And then not only that, I'll also see, okay, how the institutions are holding the NIOs, right? Are they holding, are they buying back, or they're pretty new? What about the mutual funds, right? Because that we also see from that dimension as well. So it's quite interesting. So let's get started without further delay. So for me, let me hide myself. So now I don't by mistake, hide any part of the screen. Okay, so as you can see here, this is on the quarterly. So this is their vehicle deliverables, right? So as what they have mentioned here is, we can see in quarter second of right, in you can see the 10,331 vehicle is delivered, which is a very high jump as compared to, if you can see, in the same year in 2020 quarter one is only 3,838 vehicles, right? So that's pretty very good, right, in terms of the vehicle. Now see some of their key highlights, and this data I will also use in my predictions. So we see, okay, the vehicle sales, right? So this vehicle sales is in millions. So right now it's coming around 493.4 million US dollars in the second quarter, right? In the second quarters, which is an increase, representing increase of 146.5%, right? So think from this perspective. So if I compare with this second quarter of 2019 as to, so this is the data of quarter two, right, 2020, right? And if I go in the past, maybe I'll see here, right, quarter two 2019. So the vehicle sales, right, so the revenue, what they're trying to say, the revenue jumps from here to 146.5%. So this is a very key number, right? And given that we have COVID-19 problems, given that the company unable to sell vehicle outside, so a lot of issues there, but still the growth of all these contents. So this is a very key number. I am going to use that. So for sure, this is another way. So that's what they highlighted here as well. In the gross profit margin, if we see, it was 44.3 million. So right now the company is having so gross profit is 8.4%, right, as compared with a negative of 33.34 in the second quarter of 2019. So the good thing is the gross profit is positive, right? So that's what they're trying to say, whereas in the last year it was negative. So the company is doing a good job, economic of scale is working, and then the gross margin is increasing, and also the total revenue is increasing quite heavily because of vehicle sale is increasing. So these are all related, right? So that's what we understand from here. Okay, so let's get further. And if you like so far, kindly please give a thumbs up, so to beat the Google algorithm, so more and more people will appreciate and like this, can view this video. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, so let's quickly look into the chart. So honestly, so this is only the 1 year from November 19 to the October 20, right? So 27, right? So we can see pretty much the share price was at stale for a few months, 4.67, and then it's pretty much it's then going up, right? You see is the curve is up, but and this is good, right? So this is, you see, this is going up, so it reaches around 28 and then it's fluctuating. So whether it goes up or down, so we are not here from the technical perspective, but I just want to, so why we are looking now, you're saying, okay, why you're looking this? So this year the share price was already up very high, right? So depend, right? So if somebody who is not very able to handle that much risk, then maybe they want to avoid this because of the lot of volatility. But if some investors who can see, okay, where the electric vehicle is the future and want to capture the Chinese market as well, then I think this is one of this with the stock as well. And the beauty of this is still it's very low, right? The price is low. Okay, and you see the jump here, right? You jump here, and yeah. Okay, so let's say, and just want to put some disclaimer here that okay, I own some of the NIO stock as well, but now for me the question is, do I really need to hold it for the very long term? Or I did a video on the NIO before where I mentioned, okay, this is a good company because Tesla is really expensive, and what other options we have for the lower price. So I enter and pretty much make a into this and make a pretty good profit, but I haven't these are unrealized. Just want to put on the disclaimer, and but I'm thinking to hold it right now. And why I'm thinking that, let's see, right, in the subsequent slides. Okay, so this is again, let's see quickly before we go any further. So this is the again the same deck. These are not in US dollars, so these are in RMB, in millions. And you can see this is a quarter, again the same data what I have shown you in the highlight, it's just represent in a different manner, right? So this is a quarter over quarter growth. So this is the vehicle is showing the vehicle margin is increasing to 9.7%, where it was negative, it became less negative, and then it increased, right? Total revenue we already see is increasing. So these are in the dollar terms, so 3.7 million, and in the last year of the same quarter it was 1.58 million, right? And so on. So you can pause the slide and look into it. Okay, so there so this is a very important number, right? So what the CEO and CFO comments in the Q2 saying in the next quarter, they're even thinking that the vehicle sale can be around 11,500 to the third quarter. So this means they expect the growth even in terms of the coronavirus. This is a link to their quarterly statement, so I have just put the link here if you want to check it out. Okay, now let's use all this data. I'll pull out the spreadsheet and then try to compute the 2025 predicted price. Okay, so without further delay, let me switch into the spreadsheet. Okay, so this is the quarter 2020 statement. So as per this quarter right now, the company is selling this many vehicles, and then what I have done is then I have projected the vehicle sales, right? So it's quarter 2 second of 21, 2022, 23 quarter, second quarter, and so on up to the 25. Based on this, I will show you how the price will be, but let me show you how it comes. So right now at the revenue per share in the dollar terms, right, it's coming as $1.13 cents, right? So that's the revenue per share. And at the moment, the price per share is going around 25 times the price per share, and which is very common for these electric vehicles growth company, right? Look at the growth. So what I'm expecting, so what I did it, I take the number. So this is the growth, which is, as you can see when I told you that this is the growth coming, right? So I assume, okay, the growth even in the next year of the vehicle sale, it will remain consistent, right? It's 146.50%. And because maybe of the coronavirus weak economy, but in 2022 the growth, I'm only increasing the growth, you see, by 5% here, right? Very conservative, right? Very conservative. Even 5% in 156, then 61, and then 60. So only increasing by 5%. I can increase more, but I just saying, okay, let's stick. I assume then they can grow by this much. So based on that, they can sell these many vehicle, right? By 2025, almost like 100K or vehicle, which means 5 years from now, right? Which is, I think, or maybe they can do for sure more, but at minimum, I expect them to do this much, right? Based on that, this number, the revenue per share, if with this one, it will also grow by the same amount, right? So the revenue per share, I assume in 2025 is $10.55. Here, again, on the very conservative side, I keep the price over sales ratio consistent. I think, okay, it's 25. Although my vehicle growth is increasing, I can assume that, okay, that this will be go even further up, because maybe after 3 or 4 years, I assume they can even sell more, right? Because not only in China, but outside China, market will open up. COVID will hopefully say bye-bye. But right now, I'm not assuming that, and assuming, okay, so let's say that. If I do that, right, and then let's say what is my price, right? Based on this, right now the price in the market is 28.25, right? How I get it? For sure, if I have the revenue per share, I multiply by the price per share, I'll get this number, right? So simple math, right? Similarly, I'll do the same for all, and you see, after in 5 years, I expect that this, even if very conservative, right, without increasing the growth further, without increasing any price on sale and all, the price in within 5 years is 10 times, almost 10 times of the price today, right? So that, so next year it will be 40, and then it will go up. So that's what my assuming the price. For sure, this things might change. This is my assumptions from the looking into from the conservative scenario. For sure, even if you change this, the number, let's say little bit, right? Even you change that to, let's say, after 5 years, the growth maybe is a 10% extra, right? So you see the price will increase as well to 271, right? Or maybe 50 or more. So, but let's keep this. Now, I'm happy if my investment can grow by 10 times within the 5 years, right? So this is the one aspect of the price prediction, right? Let's see from the other side how institutions are they trust this company, or they're not trusting this company, or they already recognize this. So that's also very important when we value the share, right? So especially this new shares. Okay, so let's take from that perspective. So before I see from the institution perspective, let's quickly look into the debt or the assets perspective. So if I see from the company the debt versus the assets, blue is the debt and the blue is the assets, and this yellow is the debt. So we can see easily the company asset is higher, right? This is higher as compared to its debt, and company is maintaining its debt around 1.06%. So it's very good, and the cash balance is around 2 billion, right? Around 2 billion. So which is also very good. This is I want you to look into. So this is my way of saying that this is a very important 2 flags, right? And I really like it. The company is growing by growing the asset, not by just growing the debt, right? So that's okay. So let's see from the short-term liquidity perspective as well quickly. So from the short-term liquidity perspective, this is from their quarterly from the May 19. It's over 1, right? So it dropped in before, but then it's over 1. So this means the company doesn't have right now any issues in terms of maintaining its liquidity, right? So that's pretty good. Okay, so the next one is, maybe I'll hide. Okay, yeah, now it's better. So this is from the institution holder, right? So if you can see here, the top 10 institution, right? This is the top 10 institution, right? Bailey Guilford, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Goldman Sachs, right? And Renaissance and all, right? So look at there, how many shares they are holding for this company, and this is their value in terms of the dollar terms, right? So this is like 7.5 billion, 2.2 billion, right? So this is a pretty good, right? And then not only that, but they have this Bailey has increased its percentage of holding by 23%, right? And the turnover is low. They are not removing it or buying or selling it. So that's also very important, right? So overall is a low turnover, right? So that's what this is the top 20 holdings. Look at this, the Vanguard fund, right? They increased by 7%. So everybody's increasing it. So this is another factor, right? Not only from the fundamental, from the sales perspective, but from the institution perspective as well. You see, this is a plus sign, right? So this is very good, right? Let's see from the mutual fund perspective, right? Again, from the mutual fund perspective, these are all different funds categories, and again, the Vanguard has these many shares, right? And this is the dollar value. You can see iShares. So these are pretty good. Vanguard is good, right? iShare, MCI, and all, right? So yeah, and then the percentage is increasing. You see, this is increasing. It's not like they are dropping or things. So when they build their index, and look at this. This is the growth index, core growth, right? It's NIO is coming into the more on the growth or so as well. So this is another positive side as well. So what we get it. So this means, yeah. So we can easily see from here, right? This is the pretty good. So what we'll see from here. So I think my perspective is honestly, I think I'm going to keep. I don't have many shares, but whatever shares I have, I make quite a decent amount on this one. But for this one, my perspective is from my spreadsheet analysis, from the top institutions, from the overall the sector perspective, where the electronic vehicles, autonomous vehicles is going. I'm right. So I think this is a pretty good stock, especially in terms of the dollar value as well. So it's right now trading only at 28, where you see all other the companies, like it's very expensive for sure. Like for example, if you compare it with Tesla is good, but now I think other companies are also coming up. Recently we see the GM announce their truck, so they will eat their market share back, right? So NIO is another one as a pretty good competitors for Tesla in future. So these kind of companies for sure give us the opportunity to grow our money, and this look as a strong competitor, at least from my perspective. And sure, here we are not saying that that Tesla is not great. For sure, that's a great company, but this is a very broad industry we have, right? So total asset market value, right? The TAM. So many companies will come like this, or maybe some more in future, where they will take the market share, and not only just will be the Tesla alone. So that's what my view. And if we can make the entry early enough, we can grow our money as well before it's too late. So that's what my perspective is. For sure, there is some risk here, and also every person risk profile is different. Need to be consulted by his financial advisor before. Here, I'm not making any kind of financial advice here. I'm just did my analysis and try just for fun, and try to share the opinion, right? So just this is my personal opinion, and everyone has the different risk profile, and the portfolio should be looked by looking into the total portfolio, right? When you add any asset into that. But let me think what you think about this stocks. Do you think this is good, or do you think any other company in the electronic vehicle or in any other market disruptor industry sector do you think is coming? So please put in the comment, And yeah, so and please subscribe and like and comment. I really appreciate if you do that. Okay, thanks for watching and see you soon, hopefully in the next video. Bye for now.